Hi Collective, welcome to the channel, Cosmic Divine Dreamer. Hi everyone. So this is going to be a reading, definitely, I'm going to label it for my star seeds, okay? But anybody can come in alignment with this reading, but the star seeds are going to understand this reading more, as I'm going to be revealing secrets of the reptilians and the alpha Draconians, okay? So you guys may have known or heard about the different starseed archetypes, right? As if you didn't know, we're very much have been going through a spiritual battle, right? And it's been against these alien races, right? About them trying to take control over Earth. Now, this has been ongoing for the entire time. That's what led to the destruction of Earth a long time ago, that they said was because of meteorite, all of that, or whatever. Yeah. You know what? I've never been able to understand why everybody just always thinks that just because you're told something that is very much the truth, right? Maybe it's because I'm a starseed and you know, our minds are far more advanced than that. We know, that we're not just getting locked into the reptilian brain, they will even say, when you're focused on money and material and physical. So anyways, when the battle broke out on Earth, it knocked Earth out of orbit, okay? When that happened, distress calls from Earth were sent out for help, and all the alien races from all around came in to help save Earth, right? But because there was already wars and battles and things like that going on, there had to be seeds planted, which is why there is star seeds, right? That's why being a star seed, your soul is not from here, but your human vessel is here. That's why all of us are not, star seeded. And you'll know if you're different, the star seeds are often the black sheeps, the ones that do not conform to the matrix, right? So the ones that have been taking and dominating control are the elite, some would say, the Draconians, right? The alpha Dracos and the reptilians, right? And people would even call them lizard people and things like that, right? As they do carry those characteristics. Well, that specific alien race can only see things on a 3D level. They are not able to go to the 4D, 5D. They are not in alignment with that. They're about domination and control. They were at one point, but because they chose that route, they got their gifts cut off. This is what divine source, spirit, God does, cuts off your spiritual gifts and things like that if you abuse the power, since they were under domination and control, right? So a lot of them are hiding. A lot of them is shapeshifters, things like that, cults. That's what's led to weaponizing religion and things like that, as we've been trying to restore justice. And it's become so much that literally, we've destroyed Earth here. So now there's a new Earth, but there's this battle of souls of who's going to stay here, and they very much want to go to the new Earth, or I don't know, I guess just stop it. But that's what has turned this into a workforce slave planet and has, mass controlled us or whatever, right? So it's all been about, us battling for our freedom or whatever. So, anyway, yeah, so a lot of that's coming out, right? It's just, there's been, they use the dark magic, they use the alphas and the reptilians. They use, sinister energy, black magic, dark magic, all of that. And a lot of the chosen earth angel starseeds, like, you're sought out. And you need to know, like, the MIB, the governments and all of that are very much a part of it. And it's just like they know very much where all the chosen ones are. Your aura radiates outside of your body massively, right? And it can be seen under light. Right? It's kind of like when they fly the helicopters and things like that, the infrared, they can very much see where the chosen are. Not to mention the configuration within certain planets and aspects of when you were born can also make an alignment. They knew when the star seeds were incarnating and things like that. They've got people tracking them out down to our social security number, all of that. We're always being tracked and monitored. You know that. I don't have to tell you that. But they very much knew who the chosen was. So you've had people implanted and placed in your life to watch you, to limit you, right? Because they knew that the chosen ones, right, the star seeds, were going to be here, awakening, humanity to higher levels of consciousness, to break the mold in the matrix, not be controlled, right? So anyway, they've really been amping up, and a lot of these reptilians, all right, and alpha Draconians, they will literally come in to your life just to block you, just to keep you low vibrational, just to stop you, right? as that was the plan, right? But little did they know that this is the time where we're regaining our power. Little did they know that, because God allowed them to take control, but they didn't know that they were basically our training field. That being in alignment, growing up in these situations, shaped us into the powerful leaders that we needed to be, into the warriors that we needed to be, right? So, yeah, they were training. Well, this is the time when things change. This is the time, this year of 8 infinity, where God Divine Source steps in and makes those movements needed, right? So it's kind of like, like when your child, if you have a child that's getting into a fight or whatever, you let your child have a little bit of way, right? You let them defend themselves a little bit. You let them, you can't just step in right away. You got to let them put up a fight, right? So for a lot of us, like, they were letting us put up a fight. Everything was being watched, everything. But too much has went on. And I've been saying this since last year, that too much has went on. I asked for a little bit more time, right? Because we wanted to try to save the reptilian and the alpha Draconians, and there are some that are not as dark. They're the Draconians anyways. I actually know if you were. At first I was like, you're Draconian, but you're for the light, you're for the good. So I want to put that out there. Not all of them are, right? And that's why I wanted a little bit more time to see what souls that we could get. I mean, these DNA activations and light codes that come within, there's got to be a way, for them to get their gifts back, whatever, to elevate their conscious level, right? So anyway, yes, this is where enough has been done, where Divine Source, God, Creator, has literally came in like, nope, enough's enough. So movements are happening, towers are being knocked over, things are happening, and they're not going to have access to your energy anymore, right? Because you're so awakened, attuned to listening to your intuition. Like, you're going to literally feel ill if you're around these certain low vibrational energies anymore. After you reach a certain point, you can't, like, literally stuff goes off in my brain. Like, it's like when I'm around certain people, it's like if you say a child screaming high pitch, right? It's like that high pitchedness will go off in my head. And literally, like, I have to get away. I have to separate myself. My body cannot physically be around it. So there's certain things like this that you could be noticing are different, where you just can't tolerate certain people. It makes you feel nauseous, ill. You walk into a room, if it's surrounded by heaviness and things like that, like, you gotta go, things like that. That's all spirit working with you, but it's also, it's time for karma to come down too. And it very much is. And a lot of them are getting very scared at this time, because they know that, if you've noticed, a lot of them have been feeling this very, very rapid energy. A lot of them can't sit still. They're very, very because they knew that they were running out of time, right? So if you notice people like this, it seems like they're on drugs and a lot of them, unfortunately, are, because they like that control and the low vibrational things, and that opens you up to demonic energy, right? And being low vibrational, doing drugs and alcohol and things like that. So that's a sign. But this is really a time where you need to pull yourself away. And this is for me to put that understanding out there, to get, for some of you to realize that. Like, some of you literally have had these placed within your families, right? And some of you, like, say you have one parent that was like a chosen one, right? A healer, a light worker of some sort, but then a reptilian, they got an involvement with the reptilian, right? Or a Draconian, or just somebody to sabotage that or whatever. So you were born into a family, whatever, and then the hybrids and all of that. And then some of you have to pick. Maybe that's why some Draconians are more where they can go high vibrational and not low, because of the hybrids and the mixing. All right, so that might be why that came out there. Well, anyway, I don't want to get too much into that, but so for some of you, like, masks are coming off, things are being exposed. Divine is causing interventions, right? So there's no more hiding. That's why I feel that I can disclose this video now, and that's why more and more, we're coming down to the time of the new earth, right? That's why now that more of us are coming out and things like that. It's just, it's time. That's why things are going to start to be appearing everywhere, right? So Mystic Martians Oracle is a very beautiful deck that has all the different archetypes in there. I wanted to do a collective reading just to show you guys energies of people that are surrounding you that you're working with, and it's got different messages and guidance and things like that, because I wanted to show you very much what's around me. Right? As I've literally, yeah, like I knew it's just I really wanted to save some of the reptilians, right? Try to open them up to love. But they're just, some of them are just incapable of doing that. They want that low vibrational energy. They want the cult being controlled. They want to be ran off money, material, low vibrational stuff, and not through love. So that's why not everybody gets to go to the new earth, right? So anyways, take this however you feel it fitting. Maybe it's just informational, right? Maybe, you know, but pay attention to certain people being removed away from you, because my channel is for the chosen light workers, the earth angels. But now my platform is going to be getting seen a lot more by more than just the chosen light workers, the earth angels, right? As I've been awakening everybody to getting into their power, that it's time. So take it however you feel it fitting. But yeah, if you didn't know, it's always been a big battle. All right. So, okay. Let's get some, show me some card source of what the collective here watching this needs to know of people that they have surrounding with them, some of the different archetypes, because not all starseeds are corrupt cult leaders. We have many different starseeds. So maybe if you've been wondering about a starseed origin that you may have, these have characteristics and traits. So if you feel that one resonates with you, you get tingly, you know that that's you, right? Like I know that I'm very much Venusian, and from the planet Venus. I know that I always knew that and got the confirmation definitely through this deck or whatever. So it can help you find out more traits about you and things like that. You know, because some of you want to know your star seed. If you're one where you always find yourself drawn to the night sky and the star system, what star system are you looking at? Are you looking at Sirius? Are you looking at, you know, different constellations can help you figure it out. But see, very much reptilians. I told you all the chosen ones have been sought out by the reptilians that they've been trying to stop and block us, right? Reptilians, predator, survival, tyrannical. So if you're dealing with people that are tyrants, right, they could even have lizard-like, reptilian-like, cold-blooded type, you know, drawn to reptiles and things like that type of traits and characteristics about them. Okay, and you could be dealing with the gray, shorts, timid, misunderstood, and shy, right? So some of you, and some of you could have multiple incarnations. If you're very old soul and you've had multiple incarnations on different star systems, as I know that I have a few. Another placement that I have is from Orion, so I resonate with being an Orion starseed, and also Palladian. So I know that I have at least 3 Orion, Palladian, and Venusian, or Venusian. All right, so and there's the Alpha Draconians, I told you. So corrupt, unethical, and cults. A lot of our people in positions in power. That's why starseeds are very much taking control back. Look, and here we go. Being in the year of 8, which is infinity, it's time that we always knew that we would have enough integrations. This is around the time with all the light codes and everything for massive accelerated awakenings and ascensions that we'd be taking control back in this year of 2024, which is an 8, which is infinity. So this talks about Ouroboros, infinity, eternal, past life. It's very much coming out. All right, all right. All right, let's get some other starseed archetypes. Look, first 2 that I show you. What were they? All right, so for some of you, we have the Evans, which is mystery, reading between the lines, and intuition. We'll have to get the book out to find a little bit more. We've got the pentagram here, which represents harmony, protection, idealism, because some of the other starseeds, you're literally here protecting and helping awaken consciousness and levels, right? The Merkabah came right back out. It was just out before. This talks about movement, distance, travel, excitement. So for a lot of you, you're getting called to very, very powerful places at this time where you're going to have more protection. I'm looking at Syrian A too. I told you right next to the Alpha Draconians. Look, now they're right next to each other. Told you they've definitely teamed up working together, right? And I told you I was feeling something about Sirius, right? And I say that. So Syrians, artistic, integrity, and honesty. We'll find it a little bit more in the book here. Look, the MIB told you that represents the men in black. The government told you. Stalking, intimidation, confrontations. They're very much watching you. That's why if you notice, like, a lot of readers and stuff, a lot of us have used the system against them. Have used, you know, the electronics and have found ways to connect on frequencies and levels and things like that. But whenever you may be trying to do readings and downloads and uploads and all of that, all of a sudden you got eagle in the eye, or what? Eagle in the eye. Is that how it is? Eagle eye above you. The helicopters, the frequency, the loud music, and things like that. Yeah, because a lot, you know. A lot of all those distractions and disturbances, they very much have been watching, right? You know, trying to disrupt the frequencies, trying to stop us to connect with things. A lot of them get into using occult stuff of the dark arts and use moon magic. So working a lot on full moons and new moons, a lot of spell work, a lot of mass control and things like that have been happening and going on. They've been using the elements too. They're showing me the elements here because we've got earth, fire, and water. So we've got 3 elements here. They've been trying to use the elements against us. All right. Okay, so we got a Andromedan. We got the grays, which is utilitarian, organized, and intimidating. All right. Let me see. We're going to find out from the book to find a little bit more on Arcturians. Feeling safe, wisdom keepers, and concerns. And then we have the Tau Sentians, resilient, bold, and sassy. And the tall whites. And I know recently there's been some sightings, I think in Florida, right? Was it the tall whites that they'd seen? All right, so let's get some more traits here and some more messages. So here I flip right to mine just to show you. Very much connected, Venetian. So I'm going to tell you about me, right? The Venetians are humanoid extraterrestrials that live on our Venus sister planet within our solar system. So they are descendants from the Lyra race. Venus is extremely hot. Oh, that's why I always say hot baths. Like literally, like I will take baths like 3 or 4 times a day. Like extremely hot. Because I love, like, water holds memory, and since I know I'm a very old soul, like, I get downloads and connections through water. So I do, like, I get a lot of, I connect a lot through water, right, and stuff, but it's always extremely hot. Like, I look like a lobster when I get out. Like, I'm so red and stuff, and, like, like I will cover up with a couple different fleece blankets just to be like hot. Like I just love being hot. It's just interesting because I had said I wonder if this has to do with Venus because I really didn't know. I literally said this 2 days ago, so it's funny that came out. So maybe it's a sign for some of you. So, and on the 3rd dimensional realms, okay, so however Venus is teaming up with exuberant life and highly evolved civilizations. Venus has sophisticated environment technologies that protect its colonies. These beautiful people coexist in complete harmony. Venus has no wars. It is completely egalitarian and has neither money system nor fraud. And that's also why, like, being here, like, I despise money. Like, I so do. Like, because it's like, if I have it, then I feel like I got to spend it or give it away or whatever. Like, I hate it. And it's always like a battle that I have where I'm just like, let me just work and do what I need. Like, everything's going to be provided for. I don't need money. And that's why I've had, like, boyfriends in the past who are like, no, Crystal, well, we need to have. And I'm like, well, whatever. Like, there's so much money to go. So if you're like that, right? Okay. So, similar to their distant cosmic cousins, the Palladians, the Venetians have had a tarnished history. Eons ago, before the collected shift to their consciousness and frequencies, the Venetians' egos nearly wiped the entire bloodline out and almost totally destroyed their own home planet, which forced them to wake up and ascend. So that would probably be why I have a karmic debt number 2 of 19. So part of, like, the things that I needed to work through is, like, I had to prove myself that I was not going to be controlling of money and material things. And I think that's why, like, I knew, like, I love all the pretties and all the shiny things, but I also, like, love to get them, and then I gift them and I give them away and things like that. I don't hold on to things for too long, right? Okay, so Venetians reside in a higher astral realm of the 4th dimension, which some are parallel in appearance to the 3rd. only more alive. Luminous and enlightened. Okay, so they are unable to fully present in their etheric-like body form. They can also manifest into 3D material body if they choose. They are very psychic and extremely empathic. They are master manifestors. See, that's what I mean. Like, whenever I need anything, like, I just know that I can manifest. I don't have to have the mindset like, oh, I need to have money to be able to get this, right? A structured form of telepathy is used for communication within the Venusian community. While in their astral form, they do not eat actual food, but they absorb energy in the form of substance and nutrition. Many Venusians visit are somewhat contracted to live here on Earth. Their harsh density of Earth can make the internal 3D transitional difficult for them. Valiant Thors, also known as Venusian, that worked with the Pentagon in the early 60s during the Eisenhower presidency. Yeah, and like I said, the government very much knows about where do you think all the technology and everything comes from. Just like most people don't know that, like, all of these cell phones, every single phone out there's got crystals in it. Yes, the crystals are extremely powerful. We gave them that technology. Well, I don't know if the Venusians did, but us starseeds and everything did. That's what I mean when people are like, oh, crystals, you know, crystals aren't powerful. You don't realize there's crystals in your cell phone. That's how your cell phone works. Okay. So Venusians are romance, unconditional love, empathy, soulmates, and most of them on the twin flame mission, mutual attraction, true love, open heart, dating and courting, marriage, and self-love. Wow. See, and there's always also like high vibrational and low vibrational. Like, I wasn't always that way, right? Because of my surrounding and all of that. Like, before I had a closed heart, heartbreak, breakup, obsession, infatuation, crush, and unrequited love. Like, that's the reverse meaning, but of course it came up right. So anyway, that was just to show you a little bit, you know, and you can look up a lot of these traits too online. This is just what's coming out in the book, but I thought that was fun to share because I know that I'm connecting with other Venusians right off the bat, just because I am. So if you feel very drawn to my energy and just, I don't know, so there's somebody. All right, who should we look up next? Well, I guess let's talk about the dark ones, right? The reptilians and the Alpha Draconians. So let's start here. All right. Sorry, it's like super cold, so it's like, I feel it's harder for me when it's colder. All right, so the Alpha Draconians reside mostly in the Alpha Draconan system of the Orion constellation and one of the oldest known species in the universe. There are stories that say that the Draconians never originated from this universe, but were dumped here from another multiverse. They hold the crown-ranking role of the rulers of the reptilian races of ETs and have a small electric variety of random renegade ETs, okay? So they claim to be royal heirs of the universe and have conquered and lost many planets in the cosmic history timeline. Divide and control is their constant social engineering motto to steer and shape reality. Due to their history of predatory nature, they are energetically forbidden from higher evolved planetary civilizations that have transitioned and ascended to the collective consciousness beyond the 4D awareness, right? So see, they just can't. The dwindling number of Alpha Draconians are prototactical and subterranean environments. They can, it talks about they were informed before they've, you know, hybrided here, right, into the humanoid vessels, right? But they can range up to 12 feet in height or more and are said to be terrifying in their appearance as they hold unnerving, unforgiving calmness about themselves. They are bloodthirsty and addicted to provoking low vibrational terror to arouse low vibrational energy from others. Their rough, thick, scaly skin tones are olive green to brownish black. Their accountants are very high bloodlines, have large bat-like wings and horns. They do much of anchor forbidden to earth, binding occult mythologies and shape-shifting masters of disguise who can cloak themselves within a humanoid holographic body for a period of time in the public. Oh, shit. Okay. These are the ones that literally they can, that we've seen can literally transform and things like that. Like that, that can happen. But then there's the hybrids too, right? Where there's been mixing, right? Okay. That's what I mean. There's so much more. You guys just don't even realize. That's why it's like, I like to tell people, it's like assimilation. Like, everybody just doesn't realize just because everything that you can touch it, like you, has everybody just ever wondered like how everything is created? Like, it's funny, like, you know, you don't realize how much of a matrix you're in. Like, I'll ask my kids, like, have you ever noticed how everything's, like, always been created, made, in other countries and all this and everywhere? And I'm like, yeah, and where were they made? Oh, in the factories, in the plant. I'm like, have you ever thought that, you know, all of the things in the world, you guys don't realize that just because it says, like, oh, this guy. I feel like this is going to be like a mind. I don't want this to be like a mind F for people. Like, I don't want to disclose too much. I feel like I'm already doing a lot just with the alien races in this one. If you think it, you can create it. When you start to think it and create it, it finds a reality, a timeline to come through to you. It's created for you, okay? Yeah, I know you went to a store and got it, but you also created it. Then you created a way to go get it. You thought about the store that it was going to be at, and it led you to go get it. You're creating with your mind as you go. And the people you connect, you're creating with them. Right? That's why things could start to, like, as you start to ascend, right, you could start to be noticing that things are having glitches, that when you start to see energy and frequency, that they start to get a little more holographic. They're not as solid. Like, all right, I'm going to stop. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the card meanings now, right? Self, agency, autonomy, left and right creative hemisphere line. Okay. Ascendant consciousness, free will, untapped potential. No, I'm on the wrong one. I'm like, what the hell? This ain't them. I went to the Andromedans. Okay. I was like, what? Are there some good ones? Okay. Corrupt dogma cults, reductional materialistic perspectives, unethical, debauchery, megalomania, psychic vampires, domination, greed, hedonism, hypocrisy, decadent, deceptive, exclusive, political extremists, nihilianism. See, reverse is making amends, common sense, rebirth, inclusive, awakening, efficient, and absolve. Interesting. All right. Well, let's go to the reptilian now, which is 17. It might be why I was getting 17 a lot, too. 17 kept coming out in a reading. Maybe it was the message letting me know you're dealing with a reptilian. Which I knew. I knew that my lover, my ex-lover, was a reptilian. I always knew it. Maybe I was just trying to awaken his reptilian mind, but no. The reptilian beings are a very close genotype to their Alpha Draconin allies and have a close tie with them. They are also typically known to be malevolent, cruel, volatile, and intimidating. They have been associated with many abduction reports. They originate from Alpha Draconin system in the Orion constellation. Their convoluted Earth history is similar to Alpha Draconins that seem to stem back to ancient civilizations who crossbreeding abnormalities with the planet Anunnaki of summer. Oh, that's why I got something about the bloodlines. They didn't realize some of the ancestors were in fact some of mine that we're working with. Okay, that's a side message from me, right? Anunnaki of summer and widespread planetary Nephilim beings. A typical reptilian stands 6 to 8 feet tall with thick lizard-like skin ranging in green to brown tones and have a lizard-like head and eyes and have some shape-shifting abilities. The reptilians work under the Alpha Draconin's overlord rules and are militant and relentless predators. They largely stay in underground, subterranean environments and are associated with the MILABs. The U.S. geologist whistleblowers exposed the truth of underground reptilian ETs and how he shot his fingers off with a laser. Wow. So tyrannical, cruel, fight-or-flight reptilian brain, interrogation, predatory survival, bully, territorial, pecking order, militant, and viewing everything as a competition. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. Yeah. God. Okay. So done with this reptilian. Okay. Definitely energy vampires too. My God, just here to destroy my life. But see, it was like I would see him in such a beautiful light some of the time, but I didn't realize because he was reflecting my energy right back at me. I finally got to see the truth, but now it's been a couple weeks, and I've pulled all my energy back, and he's away from me. And then, like, if he calls, and I just fully see this now, and I'm just like, oh my God, he's a monster. Wow. Okay. Let's look at the Sentience. 21. Constellation, which is relatively near Earth, only 12 light years away. They are humanoid with an olive tainted complexion and are black haired. Some say that they look Mediterranean, Slavic, and South American in appearance. Like Palladians, they have slightly pointed ears. Their build is very solid, typically with strong brawny legs. Their noses are broad, and they mostly have short Roman crew-like haircuts. So they prefer to reside in scheduled dwellings. They are in alliance with the Palladians and off-planet societies and shared similar historical experiences. Okay. They are victimized by a predatory species and still raw. They are still battling wounds. Their intense grudge in the area is very obvious. They focus on raising awareness on a covert mind control technology, and they are concerned about the small grays. They talk in a very guttural tone and are very demonstrative and audacious when talking. Their motherships are huge plasma crafts. Teosentians are known to be brilliant pilots and galactic navigators. So, combative, bold, resilient, outspoken, speaking your truth, intense, conviction, blunt, candid, sassy, and assertive are some of the traits, right? So, that's beautiful. Okay. And let's look at this Sirians. Sirian A. They come from a brilliant and bright stars in our sky, the Dog Star, which is the Canis Major binary system, 9 light years from Earth. The planet's name originated from the ancient Greek Cereos, or Scorcher, mentioned in ancient Egyptian goddess, and later Isis, Queen of Sirius, Greek goddess. Okay. Sirian, alright. The 6-dimensional Sirian beings are benevolent, loyal, spiritual warriors who bear service to others. They are disciplined, reserved, and have self-mastery and health detachment, connection to integrity. They have strong ties with Mother Earth, the oceanic realm. They're calm, non-political, watery, yet can defend themselves easily if need be. They are very honest and transparency and are prefer symbols to words. They are lovers of music, sacred geometry, and singing. The Sirian A beings live with the Ra, law of one principle and practices. Sirian A beings visited Earth during ancient seeding projects and later worked with the Egyptians, right? The Sumerian, the Inca, the Mayan, and other ancient civilizations. And the ancient Mayans legends say that the Sirian A beings were the keepers of the 13 crystal skulls. The Sirian A beings are also involved in ancient cosmic war. See, I told you it was this cosmic war which put Earth out of orbit, right? And it was the Orion Alpha Draconian Empire, the Sedecan, the dolphin, whale, mermaid heritage that originated from Sirius A. So if you feel that you're very drawn to dolphins and mermaids, whales, water, things like that, you could very much be star-seeded with the Sirian A. Right? The Sirian A beings are complex hybrids, collection of species usually stand 6 to 7 feet tall. They are a vast array of skin colors from brown to very dark complexions, gray, blue, so. And so, okay. So, the card, here's the card meaning, so I'm getting distracted. I have a visitor. So, artistic, music, integrity, honesty, truth, gracious, serious, transparency, ocean creatures, merchant traders, crystal singing, accomplishments, success, commitments, and loyalty. Right? So, you could have some of those incarnation, or those traits, right? Oh my goodness. Sometimes I do this. I pulled too many cards, right? So, we'll look at the Adronomans and the Arcturians, right? And then I'm going to call this drink some at 30 minutes already, right? So, the Andromedans are highest known. They are the highest known ascended masters of this region of the universe. Wow. They are possibly the highest known ascended. Andromedan mythologies are often perceived as obscure yet brilliant. They are very elusive and seductive with who they communicate with. Andromedans are extremely concerned with humanity's future, with the illogical devastation that happened on Earth. They would prefer all benevolent and malevolent ETs were absent for a while, so humanity could master their own ominous energetic shifts and ascension without the persuasion of deception. They are 12th dimensional ascended masters and have fully awakened the quantum capacities that far exceed humanity. Still dormant, their inbuilt DNA code of abilities. Andromedans understand that they are limited logic and awareness for Earth's humans are conditioned into. However, humanity must incorporate and develop left and right hemisphere awareness and open heart presence and observation if they desire to evolve. Far within this, the tiny bandwidth of human spatial and light awareness presented in the average human is just not enough for ascension. So Andromedans have their own high council regarding intergalactic and interstellar governance of the multitude of the star systems and the galaxies. So, the card meaning behind the Andromedans are self-agency, autonomy, left logic, right creatively hemisphere alignment, ascended consciousness, free will, untapped potential, 0-point energy, paradox perception, manifestations, crown chakra activation, free thinker, telepathy, swift, multi-sensory perception, go-getter energy, unique, individually, quirky, eccentric, fluid gender, vibrant, creative, and excitement. I know that I definitely connect with an Andromedan, and she is like, oh my gosh, one of the most sophisticated beings that I've ever come in contact with. They're very, very amazing people. So, I didn't even say people's souls. Like, it's just so beautiful. All right, I think I skipped ahead to, Andromedans inhabit a massive area in space and are possibly the oldest race that visit our Milky Way galaxy. Andromedans do not need or use spacecrafts. They usually use their nearby galactic gateways, antaras, and dimensional travel portal. Those Andromedans can holographically adopt any appearance, including elemental shape-shifting. They typically appear like humanoids with varying shades of blue skin. Isn't that beautiful? That's what I mean. There is just so much that you guys don't even know that has been hidden. And I'm going to be revealing it, what I can, whatever I feel guided to. Like I held back a lot because I thought I was supposed to be, or I was really trying to because tarot at first grabbed me to open me up, right? Well, first really was Oracle, but I was like, I'm not going to make money being an Oracle reader. Like, everybody, pays for tarot, not Oracle. And then it got in, the Starseed, and then I started calling my star family, right? And then, but yeah, so I'm definitely, and then I was blocked by a lot of people not wanting to do my work. So anyway, now here I am, a cosmic divine dreamer, right? So, and I was supposed to get more cosmically on this channel anyways, but then I just got caught up with doing my old ways again. Now I'm seeing the integration of very much what I needed to be doing and revealing all of this stuff to you guys. I guess this is the time for me to be able to do that. So definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep releasing and revealing the downloads that I get, because when I call it my star family, my soul family, the galactic realms. I work with elementals. I get messages and things like that through the different realms. This is going to get really cosmically over here. So definitely, just these higher levels of ascensions, you can't keep this. Plus, you guys need to be aware and awakened to what's coming, because more and more people are going to be coming out. We're going to be getting more and more visitors, as it's time, right? So know that. Definitely like the video, claim the energy, the beautiful energy that I give out to you, because you do an energetic donation when you like the video. So know that. All right. Love and light to all of you. Bye.